Assalamu alaikum. I am Zainul Abdin and my group member is Sabur Ahmed Khan. And the topic of our presentation is Catch Them Alive, a malware detection approach through memory forensics and for learning and computer vision. And this is the outline of our presentation that we are going to cover: introduction, target problem, identify the tools, propose solution, results and graphs, and conclusion and future work. Introduction. Increase in usage of information systems and online services have triggered the birth of the new type of malware which are more dangerous and hard to detect. These are the types of malware analysis in malware detection. Static analysis. It differs from the others by requiring no runtime analysis based on the execution of suspicious files, but the drawback is they can be easily evaded by malware authors when that code insertion and register reassignment come into play. And the dynamic analysis, it relies on capturing discriminative patterns from suspicious files, sourcing from their behavioral analysis when they are executed in environments such as sandboxes and virtual machines. And the drawback of this approach is that the dynamic analysis of malware usually requires much more resources like memory and CPU usage when compared to static analysis. And the memory-based analysis, which is also known as volatile memory forensics, is an efficient way for malware detection that has been gaining more attention in recent years. In principle, VMF involves two key stages: acquisition and analysis. Acquisition: converted data stored in physical or virtual memory into memory dump files via kernel drivers or emulators. Analysis aims to reveal useful information to detect presence or behavior of malware by smart techniques such as machine learning. And memory-based analysis enables the detection of malware by only examining their states in the system RAM. Important advantage of VMF is being robust to fileless malware, which avoids detection by leaving no evidence or presence on hard drives. And this new kind of malware resides in the victim's memory until it is terminated or the victim's system shuts down. Due to the lack of footprint detection of fileless malware, is nearly impossible for typical signature-based antivirus applications. And this diagram shows what static, dynamic, and memory-based analysis cover in their process. And according to the recent reports, the new type of fileless malware infects the victim devices without a persistent trace on hard drives. Existing static malware detection methods in literature often fail to detect sophisticated malware utilizing various obfuscation and encryption techniques. Targeted problem. To detect the malware traces inside a memory dump that does not leave a persistent trace on hard drives. And these are the tools that are used in this proposed paper. ProgDump, this is used to monitor, process it, and obtain dump files from the RAM. Ambient to PNG, this is a Python script for the, and they modified this Python script according to their need, and for the it is used for the void to image conversion. Ski image dot features, it is also Python package which is used for the computation of fog features of the memory dump images. Leverages Python package for getting GIST descriptors. Proposed solution. This study focuses on memory analysis that is based on capturing memory dumps which could reflect malware that has been equipped with obfuscation or encryption. Proposed contribution in this study is twofold. A novel approach to recognize malware by capturing the memory dump of suspicious processes, which can be represented as a RGB image. In contrast to the conventional approaches followed by static and dynamic methods existing in the literature, we aim to obtain and use memory data to reveal patterns that can be classified by employing computer vision and machine learning methods in a multi-class open set recognition regime. Second, applied a state-of-art manifold learning scheme named UMAP to improve the detection of unknown malware files through binary classification. Examined the outcome of different byte-to-image rendering schemes in terms of accuracy. To be more precise, they have applied four different target image resolution ranging from 224 to 4096 pixels. Unlike other studies that analyze grayscale images such, they have exerted 3 channels RGB images to represent memory dump files. Instead of using single image descriptors, use GIST hog descriptors both solely and together in a manner of information fusion. Applied the state-of-art manifold learning and dimensions reduction technique called UMAP for the first time in the problem domain and evaluated its contribution to unknown malware detection problem. A new dataset containing 10 unique malware families and benign executable class yielding 11 classes. Besides the dataset they collected involves threefold 3 training samples as well as 861 validation instances reaching up to 4294 in total.
A new dataset containing 10 unique malware families plus benign executable class yielding 11 classes is used, and the dataset collected involves 3433 training samples as well as 861 validation instances reaching up to 4294 in total. And the following table shows the existing malware families and their categories in the dataset. In this diagram, the workflow of the unknown malware detection phase through the use of UMAP dimension reduction and binary classification is shown. As we can see that the dumpware dataset is given to the three folds, that is manifold, and in each fold 7 malwares are used for training and 3 malwares plus portion of benign is used for testing as testing dataset, and the output is used for the binary classification. In phase 1, that is identification of known malware families and benign samples, we get the following output, that is hog based performance comparison for the various classifiers and role and settings as follows, and also the confusion matrix obtained from the best classifier which utilizes gist and hog descriptors is shown on the left, and on the right side you can see the comparison of the best classifier with the reference works that are proposed in this research paper. And in phase 2, that is detection of unknown malware and benignware through supervised manifold learning, the research paper has shown this table, that is binary classification performance through machine learning methods on each fold, and also this table that shows the precision, recall and F1 scores of the predicted benign and malware classes with the most successful algorithms in each fold. So as a conclusion, they conducted a two-phase study to identify and detect malware and benign executables by utilizing two image descriptors, namely gist and hog, to analyze memory dump images. Moreover, in the second phase, employed the state-of-the-art manifold learning technique named UMAP for the first time in the field to improve the robustness of classifiers, which is meant to better decide whether a suspicious process in a computer's memory is malicious or not. The experiments conducted on the embeddings obtained with UMAP shows that it is an appropriate method that can be used in the domain to contribute both to the problem of class imbalance and feature visualization. An approach following the volatile memory forensics to build a robust scheme against fileless malware. Thus, memory dumps of processes have been utilized as the main source of information in this research paper. The proposed approach having 96.39% accuracy shows promising results through also offering a reasonable time to detect, such as 3.56 seconds. Authors believe that volatile memory forensics will gain more popularity soon due to the increase in fileless malware and similar threats. As future work to increase the accuracy and to obtain an end-to-end analysis platform, plan on investigating the abilities of convolutional neural networks that are equipped with self-attention mechanisms to reveal more discriminative representations as well as achieving better generalization capabilities. And an idea that authors proposed as future work is to test the inverse transformation feature of UMAP, which might enable to generate synthetic image features analogous to the decoding of autoencoders. That's all. Thank you very much.